everyone, it's your boy Big D here. It's time to review Wayward Pines Season 1 Episode 6 titled Choices. This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen the episode, please go to fox.com/waywardpines. Watch the full episode there. It should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, give you my pros and cons, and final score at the end. Don't forget, shows on Thursday nights. I review Aquarius, which is an NBC show which just recently got renewed for a second season, so yeah. And also Hannibal, which got canceled by NBC, but don't worry, I'll find a new home. Hopefully, I review Hannibal as well. Don't forget, every Sunday, Halt and Catch Fire. Many other shows, Falling Skies, The Last Ship, so check out my channel, guys. Also, Tyrant. Let's get right to it, guys. I'm just gonna rush through the plot. If you've seen the show, then you're good this episode. If you haven't, well, watch the episode, please. What are you doing? Here we go. There's a flashback where David Pilcher, which is Toby Jones, Mr. Sexy Toby Jones, ladies and gentlemen, he's walking down the streets of Wayward Pines. It's a flashback. You don't know what it's doing. It's just like in Wayward Pines. It's like, that's not the Wayward Pines we know. It's all destroyed and everything. But it's not, it's skewed, I guess, what I should say. So, Ethan and David and Pam are in the facility where they like control the whole Wayward Pines and everything. Pam is David's sister. Okay, I did not see that coming. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The Abbey is locked up. I'm gonna call the Abbey like the apparition, whatever, like the monster, like you know that. He's locked up and everything, and it looks good. It almost looks CGI'd. A part of it looks so CGI'd, but it's actually a guy. Like I said, like in the other review, like 2 weeks ago. It's people, like in makeup and everything, but just the way they kind of computerize it. But still, it looks freaking amazing. Locked up in a cell, and he's looking at Ethan and growling. So Ethan's freaked out. David tried to warn people back in the flashback, back in the early days, like the 90s or something. He's trying to warn people. He has a fake wig and everything. Toby Jones, being all sexy and everything. And he's like, they made fun of me. I'm going to be their punchlines on Monday. That was a horrible accent, but yeah. Her name is Teresa, but it's like TH, like so I'm gonna say Theresa because I've been saying that for the past weeks. I probably look like a dumbass, but Theresa. She's worried about Plot 33. Okay, that storyline, whatever. Boss is being a dick to her. Oh, I didn't tell you to look up Plot 33. You want to be doing what I say now. It's like, no, my husband is the sheriff, or at least I think so. I don't know. Anyway, that's going on. Pope was a security guard for David. Oh my god, Terrence Howard makes a cameo. I'm like, oh, Lucius. Anyway, Teddy is getting a package. No, not Ted from Ted. I also reviewed Ted too. Check that out on my channel. But Teddy is, he's a guy who's working for a secret organization in the Wayward Pines area. Wink, wink. He's suspicious, man. He's a very suspicious guy. And, excuse me, Luke wants to be, Kate wants to be friends with Theresa because they're gonna, she's tired of pretending. Anyway, Harold is making a bomb. What is that for? I don't know. You'll see in a little bit. Ethan sees a lot of pods and holds a bunch of people that really don't want to be in there because they're like Kairos. They're sleeping frozen. They're frozen and sleeping. Pope's history, we learn Terrence Howard talks about it, and he basically tells how, like, it summarized his life. And he's working for David now. And Wayward Pines resident number 1, they ended up, like, drugging the guy and, like, oh, I can't breathe, oh, go to sleep. And now he's resident number 1. There's a flashback where we see Megan, who is a hypnotist. She meets Toby Jones' character and Pam, and she works for them now. So that's where the hypnotist is. And she's weird before even being in Wayward Pines. No, you can do it, blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, gosh, you're annoying. Anyway, he just took people, and they preserved them. So he was asleep for 2,000 years. I was thinking to myself, how did David last so long? How can you just set time in, like, 2,000 years later? What happens if you wake up and you're underwater? Ugh. Anyway, so we find out that Ethan and his sons and everything are Citizen B, and Citizens A are the ones that, like, got killed and everything, and that's how Wayward Pines got destroyed in the beginning. So they gotta protect the first generation. That's the whole point. And the rebellion group is Kate and her husband Harold. That's the rebellion, and they're going to fight against Mr. Toby Jones. It's funny because early in the episode, Ben came out for a little bit and Theresa, and they said something like, "Oh, the new girl that, or the girl that left, that boss that's a dick, like that girl left that company," and she's like, "Oh, you got a new cute secretary," and I was like, "Huh, Theresa cute? No." So I just had to say that anyway. Let me get with my cons first. Let me just get that out of the way, shall I? I shall. Anyway, there is some bad dialogue in here. Now, I'm not saying from Ethan or any of that, but, well, actually, David does say stuff like, you know, he says the regular stuff like that whole bullshit thing where it's like, I didn't have a choice. I had to do it. It's like, oh, I've heard it a million times. This is some M. Night Shyamalan shit, man. It's like, I did not hit her. I did not. You know, oh, hi, Mark. You know, that type of bad dialogue. You know, it's tearing me apart. I don't think that's the same thing from The Room. Gosh, Tommy Wiseau. Imagine being stuck in an elevator with Tommy Wiseau. Oh my gosh, you are. Jesus. Anyway, there was some cheesy dialogue in there, I just gotta say. Also, Ben, the scenes with Ben and Theresa, nothing against the actors a little bit because they're, I don't want to be rude, God. I don't want to be rude, guys. I'm not going to be, fugly. Them, I'm not a good-looking guy myself, but, I mean, they're pretty good. Like, here's Ben. Oh, yeah, I don't want to, yeah, I should go to school, you know, yeah, I don't know, look at my eyes, look how I talk to my parents, how I talk like this, so like, oh my gosh, shut up. Anyway, Ben sometimes, Jesus, who cares? The whole Teddy scenes, or the whole bomb stuff, like, the Kate scenes and all that, I guess are okay, but I really want to focus on Ethan, Pam, and, just Wayward Pines in general, but I don't want to see Theresa doing her job, because, sure, last week or 2 weeks ago, that was pretty cool, seeing it, doing that whole thing, but now it's not important no more. We know the secrets now. It's not, they still act like Wayward Pines is Wayward Pines, naturally Wayward Pines. People don't know the truth, because when they told the truth, everyone started rioting and everything. Oh, man. Anyway. So, yeah, and also Theresa's boss. God, he's so horrible. He's so mean. I don't like him. That's my cons, guys. Now the pros. I do enjoy the ending a lot, how we have a rebellion group that's going to be interesting, led by Tommy Wiseau. We are going to make it, guys. Yeah. Oh, hi, Ethan. Anyway, I like how the things were revealed even more, like a bunch of secrets were revealed, things that we had questions of. I mean, there was even more of the truth in here, and we got to see Abby even more better up close. I also like the facility that we were in with Ethan, Pam, and everything, and I enjoy Pam. Pam is a really cool character now, and she's not weird anymore to us. I do enjoy the opening with David Pilcher walking through the Wayward Pines, the first try that he did. That was really cool. David Pilcher himself, man, Toby Jones is a god. Flashbacks, all the flashbacks were very interesting, reading the hypnosis, and even Terrence Howard's flashback that Pope's back. That was really cool. That even makes Pope that he wasn't really a bad guy, I guess. He was just doing his job and everything. Well, they need Ethan now. Not much Ben, that's a pro. That was good. There wasn't much Ben in here. Pam's not weird now. Also that. And Ethan is part of the team now, so he's part of Toby Jones' thing. He's not like, here's like my Matt Dillon impression. How do we get back? Oh god, that was horrible. How do we get back? We cannot get back, Ethan. We can only go forward, Ethan. This is. Now, there is no way to reverse it, Ethan. We're stuck like this forever. We need you. Even though I was talking to your co-worker in present day a couple weeks ago, because you were missing and the guy was like, did you do it? And I have an umbrella. Yes. He's with us now. It made no sense whatsoever, and it didn't even have an impact on the story, and I guess they just wrote it out. Whatever, you know, the fuck. Okay, so you need me. Well, split my dick and call me Caitlin. Anyway, I just thought, you know, it was a little racist, but whatever. You know, it's America, you know, so. Anyway, I'm gonna give this episode, guys, of Wayward Pines, season 1, episode 6, a B+. It's a good episode overall. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It's exactly the same quality as last episode, which was the truth. It's up there. It's a good episode, definitely, and it does reveal a lot of truths. It does have good. It didn't have that much action in there, but it doesn't need to. It holds on its own. It stands on its legs. No news on Wayward Pines being renewed yet, guys, but when it does, I will let you know. My fellow Americans, until next time, it's Spocky with you always.